And in it goes. So Kerman Rock ready, red light on. They're off and they're racing. Kerman Rock amongst the first of 2 or 3 to hit the ground at the same time. Candlelight Supper Stop Dreaming the other, but Pateman's going to waste no time and burn them off, heading straight to the rail at the judge. Kerman Rock leads, wants to slow them up a little. Stop Dreaming fires up to second from Candlelight Supper, and even Affluential's up there because they're going very slowly. Then came Simply Sitting 3 deep. Garth can't get in the early parties. Over on the outside of Manavendra, and over on the rails inside of those, I Love Your Smile from Hemlock Stone, and back last of all is Red Dwarf. Kerman Rock led them at a very controlled pace, and as they work up Matheson Road, 1600 to go, he's out by a length. Running second, Stop Dreaming, with Affluential over on the inside third, being followed then by Candlelight Supper, who's into a lovely trailing spot going by Northerly Lodge. I Love Your Smile fifth the rail, and then Simply, who's still out there wide, going over into the back, followed by Manavendra. A length and a half to Hemlock Stone, patiently handled out the back, and last on the rail is Red Dwarf. Kerman Rock well held in front here by Pateman. No tearaway tactics at the 1200 metre mark, and in a good rhythm Kerman Rock goes to the riverside of the track. A length and a half in front of Stop Dreaming. Down on the inside is Affluential, who's up very prominent. Then Candlelight Supper, who's travelling fourth, and there's no favours at all for Simply, but they haven't gone overly fast. They're followed by I Love Your Smile on the rails, and then Manavendra, Hemlock Stone, and Red Dwarf at the tail end of the field. He wants to go a little bit quicker here in front, does Kerman Rock. Kerman Rock making play by a length over Stop Dreaming. There's been no variation to the order. Candlelight Supper sits outside of Affluential for the moment with nowhere to go, and it's turning into a bit of a sprint. Then came on the rails I Love Your Smile, Simply being urged along on the outside of Manavendra. Ridden along is Hemlock Stone, and last of all is Red Dwarf, and now she goes for home and gives Kerman Rock his head. This will allow Affluential to come away from the fence. Going up Candlelight Supper with a move, and further back is Simply Manavendra. Further back behind those to Hemlock Stone. Down inside the 200, Affluential got his nose in front from Candlelight Supper. Pike goes to work on Affluential. Here comes Hemlock Stone. It's charging home. Affluential, Hemlock Stone with a late dive on the line. Hemlock Stone lunged at Affluential. Hemlock Stone with all the momentum, grabbing Affluential right on the post. I Love Your Smile's got right up on the inside of Candlelight Supper. Big finish. Behind them, Kerman Rock, Stop Dreaming. Manavendra there from Simply, whose run comes to an end after that winning streak. And last is Red Dwarf. It's a big finish. Hemlock Stone, Clint Johnston Porter, Willie Pike wielding the shillelagh on Affluential. Heads were up and down and diving Hemlock Stone. Hemlock Stone, number 2, from the back of the field. Looked as though it might have just cut Affluential down on the line. It'll get there. Number 2, Hemlock Stone, beats 5, Affluential. And third in the photo, number 6, Candlelight Supper, in front of I Love Your Smile. It was a photo for all placings after the running of the Glenroy Chaff Handicap, and a big finish. Hemlock Stone by Delgar from Spiritual, a daughter of Savabeel, for Bellis Racing's Herolock Syndicate, prepared by Grant and Alana Williams, ridden by Clint Johnston Porter, getting up by half a head with a length second and third in a time of 2:20.33. They rounded that out with the last sectional of 35.34. The runner-up, Affluential, by Zed from Opulence, full brother of course to the superstar Very Elegant, trained by Michael Grantham. Willie Pike in the saddle, and Candlelight Supper clinching third in that very close battle by Verdigris from Rare Subject, Alan Matthews and Troy Turner. Wonderful way to start this afternoon of racing action. A half head margin, but having to cut Affluential down, who'd enjoyed a good run on the back of Kerman Rock, peeled off the fence at the top of the straight, with Hemlock Stone really having to dig in and find in that last 100 to pick up Affluential. Simply did not get the rub of the green. With the riding change today, Pike comes off. The winning run comes to a halt for Simply, who at best sat 3 deep, couldn't get in at any point of the race. So a big effort by the winner, Affluential, to keep following, and Candlelight Supper and the fast finishing I Love Your Smile right up on its inside late. Race 2, the Magic Millions Plate, is next at 1:14 over 1100. Number 4, Guard the Moolah, is the scratching. And many of these are 2-year-olds having their first starts. The connections of Bellis make their way now to the enclosure as we head downstairs, and we'll catch up with Lockie. He's with winning co-trainer Grant Williams.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, and he's donning a new jacket from Melbourne, so he's very happy with himself. Grant, congratulations on the win. Hemlock Stone, he just continues to raise the bar.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it was a great run. You know, I was a little bit concerned he mightn't settle because he's had a few weeks between runs because we freshened him up because we couldn't keep him up that long. But look, the riding was on the wall last start against Simply, like he was taking ground off him late. Yeah, so it was good to get the win.
I know Peter Morley is daring to dream. He wants this horse heading towards a Perth Cup. You've trained plenty of Perth Cup winners before. Where does he settle against some of them?
Yeah, he's still got to improve a bit, but you know, he's run a really good race today, so we'll just keep heading on that path. He's obviously got to go up in the rating points a little bit. He's a little bit of an enigma to his own self. Like he's you know, does things a little bit different, but as long as his attitude's good, and obviously his ability is there, but he just still has to probably improve a little bit.
A word on the beaten favourite in Simply?
Yeah, he can't sit 3 deep.
Later today, you saddle up a big team of horses in Starry Heights, Buckets Ridge, Casino 17, Keshi Boom, and I've forgot a couple others. Who's the best of the remaining 5 or 6?
Yeah, look, Buckets, obviously he's pulled up really good from his Northern Cup win. I think we're getting closer to having Keshi back. Yeah, I think she'll run a good race. What else we got there? Starry Heights. This is the first run for him heading towards a Perth Cup, so he might find it a little bit sharp for himself today, and Casino, he always runs a sharp one, but I'd say Buckets is the next best.
Hopefully the start of a big day. Great to see you back in Perth. Well done here.
Thank you, mate.
There's Grant Williams after the win of Hemlock Stone, and here's CJP catching up with Scotty.
Clint John supporters building up a really nice association with this horse, Clint. He hasn't raced for a month, but the last time you rode him, he was charging late off the back of a really slow tempo, so it was no surprise to see him come out today and win.
Yeah, definitely. His run the other day was super. Went really slow, and I just really couldn't do anything about it. Today I was following the favourite, the stablemate, and just had a beautiful track into it.
Probably about the 600-metre marker. The favourite looked like when the sprint went on, he was just starting to feel the pinch. You probably would have liked him to take you a little bit further into it.
Yeah, definitely, but I was feeling the pinch of the sprint too because we went so slow when they did sprint. We both sort of got left flat-footed a bit, but he's just a nice horse going through his grades.
He's been very good to you over the years.
Yeah, very good.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Clint Johnson Porter combining with Grant Alana Williams and Hemlock Stone taking out the Glenroy Chaff Handicap. On the other side of the break, we'll be taking a look at the trial report from Lark Hill earlier this week with Taylor Cortland and Digby Beecham, as well as a look at the Carnarvon Roadshow.